Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Gaelic Glory. This is the GAA Championship preview, week 2. We're into week 2 of the GAA Championship, Leinster and Ulster quarter-finals. We have 2 Ulster quarter-finals between Down and Armagh, Down and Antrim, and another one between Fermanagh and Armagh. That is one. Then we have 4 Leinster finals, which is Laois, Offaly, Kildare, Wicklow, Louth, Wexford, and Dublin, Meath. So I'm going to be going through them games, predicting them games, going through the teams. I have found some teams I haven't. The teams I haven't found is Down, Antrim, and I think it was Kildare. I didn't find the Wicklow team. I found every other team except for Down, Antrim, and Wicklow, but every other team, Down, Fermanagh, Armagh, Laois, Offaly, Kildare, Louth, Wexford, Dublin, Meath, them teams have been found. I tried to find the other teams, but just couldn't get any hold of them. So look, before we get stuck into the video, please do like the video, comment and subscribe. Be much appreciated. As always, we'll always have week previews and news shows if there's anything breaking, and hopefully in the near future we can do maybe some GA watch alongs, of a provincial final, whether that's Ulster, Connacht, Munster, or Leinster. But I say more likely my county will be in the Leinster final, and I'll be going to it, so there'll be no watch along for that. And I don't think many people would be interested in the Leinster watch along. Anyway, I think people would. Maybe if it was another game besides Dublin play. But we'll see what happens there. But look, we will get stuck into game number 1, and it is in Park Esler. I think I'm pronouncing it right. On Saturday, the 13th of April at 6 o'clock. Afternoon kick-off. And look, listen, Down coming into this game favourites, and really so. They've done well in the league. Down have very good players. And look, Down, will want to go far in Ulster this year. Last year they made it to the Tailteann Cup final against Meath and just came short by losing that game. And you look at it and you think, could Antrim do some? And then you also look at it and think, Armagh, Down, have been having a decent year. I know they lost the league, the Division 3 final, but they still have had a good year. And it's funny because the team that bet Down in the Division 3 league final are knocked out of Leinster, and that's Westmeath. So, it just goes to show that a league final it does matter, but then sometimes it can matter too much for you. And yeah, look, listen, that's one thing about, that's the downside of having the league finals and the provincial championship game so close together. But look, Westmeath had a week. It can always be a downer. And look, listen, I would love to find the Down team and the Antrim team, but I just couldn't seem to find it. Down, I want to make it to a. I think Down win this game. Do they play the winner of Armagh Fermanagh? Again, I could be. Jesus Christ, I could be totally wrong when I said it, but I think they play the winners of. Actually, I'll have a look. Actually, while Wikipedia. Provincial championships, because it'd be interesting to see, because I did a pretty show last week of these, and I would like to see, who Armagh will be facing, who Armagh who the winner of this game could potentially face. I cannot seem to find it, which is a bit of a kick in the teeth. There we go. Because I did find that last week. Here we go. Here we go. So, the winner of Down and Antrim will come up against that's Leinster, Munster. Yeah, Fermanagh. The winner of Down and Antrim will face the winner of Fermanagh and Armagh. So yeah, that's how it works. Now they're Donegal. They play whoever wins that plays the winner of Tyrone, Cavan, all that sort of stuff. So we do know. But I am backing down to progress to the Ulster semi-finals. Look, Antrim could do it, but I just don't think they will. I think Down have been very good this year for in the league, and hopefully, maybe they'll do it again in the Ulster Championship. But I do think they'll progress. And look, they'll need to win for confidence. I mean, they're looking for a win to put their wrongs right, if that's the right way of saying it. And I think they will. I do think they'll win, and I think Armagh. Not Armagh. I don't know what my obsession with Armagh. I do think Down will get the job done by about maybe 5 or 6 points. I am going to go with that. Look, I say 5 or 6 points, but it could be maybe 7 or 8. But I'm just going to go with that. But look, this could be full of shocks. This could be full of shocks. So yeah, Park Esler, 6 p.m. on Saturday, 13th of April at 6 o'clock. Look, I'm not sure if it's on the TV. It'd be great if it was, because you could give it a watch, but I'm not sure. But yeah, I do expect Down to progress to the Ulster semi-finals. Next up, Fermanagh against Armagh. This is on Sunday, the 14th of April at 2 p.m. Again, I did find the Fermanagh team. So here's the Fermanagh team to come up against Armagh. So I have Ross Bogan goal, Lee Cullen, Jay Cullen, Oisin Smith, Declan McCusker, who's captain. Then you have Shane McGillion, Cian McManus, Ronan McCaffrey, Joe McDade, Conor McGee, Conor McShay, Fiona O'Brien, Ultan Kelm, Garvin Jones, and Shane Cassidy. Then there's the Fermanagh bench: Ethan McCaffrey, Josh Largo-Ellis, Brendan Horan, Conor Love, Jonathan Cassidy, Darren McGore, Oisin Murphy, Tiernan Bogue, Darren McKing, James McMahon, Callum Jones. So that is the Fermanagh team to come up against Armagh, and the Armagh team is set out as it stands. So it is Blaine Hughes, Paddy Burns, Aaron McKay, Peter McGrain, Joe McElroy, Kieran Mackin, Aidan Forker, Rian O'Neill, Ben Creeley, Stephen Campbell, Rory Grugan, Conor Turbo, Oisin Cunnity, Andrew Morgan, and Charlie Burns. I mean, look, you look at the Armagh team, and they have good players. They really, really do have good players. I mean, for example, you look at Rian O'Neill, who's a good player. The McConvilles are brilliant players. Look, I do back Armagh to win this game. I do think they'll just have a bit too much for Fermanagh. People may say different, but that's just me being me. I do think we will see Armagh progress. And look, I do think Armagh will make it to another provincial final this year. They made it there last year, lost on penalties to literally the kings of penalty shootouts. I think is Derry. They've had a lot of penalty shootouts, but so have Armagh. But again, they've come up short in their penalty shootouts. So yeah, I do expect Armagh to win by about 6 or 7 points. I think Fermanagh will try and put it up to them. Fermanagh will definitely it's in Brewster Park, so bit of home advantage there, you could say. But Armagh just have the advantage in quality, and I just think that will get them to the next round of the Ulster Championship, which will be the semi-finals. Which more than likely, I'd imagine it'd be down the way I predicted it. But look, I do think Fermanagh will definitely have to try and keep their main men quiet. they'll definitely have to keep the Armagh main men quiet. You cannot give Armagh space, because Armagh lost against Donegal in the Division 2 League final by a point. So look, Armagh be kicking themselves. They'd be looking to correct everything and everything up to scratch, because the thing is about Ulster, especially because it's probably the more competitive provincial championship, and in terms of just the quality, and Ulster is better than, it's very one-sided, you could say. And I wouldn't say it's one-sided in Connacht, because you have Roscommon, Galway, and Mayo. It's slightly one-sided in Munster with Kerry, then you have Cork, but then Leinster, it's just Dublin. That's just how it is. It's just Dublin. So that's why I'm leaning towards Armagh to progress. And then that'll make up for a brilliant semi-final. That will make it up for a brilliant semi-final. And hopefully it is a cracking game. Hopefully it is a cracking game between Armagh and Fermanagh. I just think Armagh have a bit too much for Fermanagh, sorry. And yeah, Armagh will definitely be looking to lay down a marker or two for the rest of the teams in Ulster. They'll want to go out, get a big win, and say, look, listen, don't count as it. Do not write us off yet. Oh, look, I don't think anyone is writing off Armagh. I do think the main favourites for Ulster is Derry. Derry, Donegal, Armagh, have that in whatever order you want, but Derry is definitely the number one favourite for me. And yeah, that's basically what I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with Armagh to get the job done. Next up now, we're moving in to Leinster, and this is Laois against Offaly, Saturday night. In Portlaoise, in O'Moore Park. I actually like O'Moore Park because Dublin usually play there, but this year it's different circumstances. Laois Offaly. Look, this is going to be an interesting game. Here's the Laois. This is the Laois team that has been announced by the Laois manager. So in goal you have Killian Roach, Ben Dempsey, Seamus Lacey, James Kelly, Owen Buggy, Mark Timmins, Brian Bourne, Kieran Lillis, Damon Larkin, Kevin Swain, Owen Lowry, Sean Fitzpatrick, Mark Berry, Evan O'Carroll, and Paul Kingston. The bench: Aaron Cooney, Niall Corbett, Brian Daly, Mikey Dempsey, Niall Dunn, Shane Fingleton, Conor Heffernan, Jack Lacey, Rhian Murphy, Sean O'Flynn, and Daniel O'Reilly. I mean, look, I think we know who the favourites are for this game. It is the champions of Division 3, Laois. I just think Laois will have, again, I just think they'll have too much for Offaly. Offaly, made it to an Leinster semi-final last year against Louth, and they lost in extra time. So Laois, I do back Laois to win. I back Laois to win, but look, before I talk about why I back Laois to win and all that, here is the Offaly team that has been announced. You have Ian Duffy, Lee Pearson, Declan Hogan, David Dempsey, Cormac Egan, Peter Cunningham, John Furlong, Owen Carroll, Jack McAvoy, Dylan Hyland, Rory McNamee, who's not bad, Jordan Hayes, Keith O'Neill, Nathan Poland, and Jack Bryan. So that is it. But look, again, Offaly, like I said, Rory McNamee's not bad. Jordan Hayes. Offaly do have some decent players, but I just think Laois will be a bit too strong for them. And look, it'd be great to see a shock in the Leinster. We had a shock last week when Wicklow beat Westmeath. Let's see what we can have again. It'll be interesting to see how things can plan out there. And yeah, hopefully we can get another shock. It's in Portlaoise, O'Moore Park, Saturday night. Laois, I just think I'll have too much. I think Laois, look, I mean, look, the winner of this game plays the winner of Dublin Meath. So, Laois will want to make it. But again, not just Laois. Laois Offaly, any team wants to make it to Croke Park, in any semi-final, regardless of what it is. I do think Laois will just have a bit too much. The quality, I watched them play Leitrim there not too long ago in Croke Park in the league final, Division 4, sorry. And I just, Laois were just miles ahead of Offaly, of Leitrim. So, I just think, Laois will just have a bit too much for Offaly this time around. And I think there'll be maybe 8-9 point win for Laois. Next up, another game in Portlaoise on Moore Park. This is Sunday, 2:15. Again, Kildare not really having a great year, being relegated from Division 2 to Division 3. Wicklow, be on a high after beating Westmeath last week. So, it's sometimes you need a bit of confidence that can spur you on. It was a good win for. It was a hard fought win. They just about beat Westmeath by a point. It was, what was it, 1-11 to 2-9. So that's that's 15-14 if you put the maths together. So Wicklow 1 point victory. So look, they'll be definitely on a high. They'll be coming into this game high hopes, expecting to be Kildare. Kildare not having a great year. It's just not to be for Kildare at all this year. You know what I mean? Last year, that's the thing is about Kildare, and I'll put up their team right here, right now. They have decent players. And that's the annoying thing about it. That is the annoying thing about it. I mean, you look at it here. You have Mark Donlan in goal, Ryan Burke, Shay Ryan, Mick O'Grady, Jack Sargent, who's not bad, Owen Doyle, Paddy McDermott, Aaron Matterson, I think that is, Kevin Flynn, Alex Byrne, Noel Kelly, Shane Farrell, Kevin Feely, Derek Kerwin. I mean, Daniel Flane's a good player. You know what I mean? I actually rate him. Then you look at our bench. Paddy Woodgate's not bad. Who else is there that we could talk about? But you have Didier Cordner, who's the goalie, Tony Archbold, Brian Bourne, Ryan Houlihan, Barry Kelly, Luke Killian, Sam McCormick, Aaron O'Neill, Harry O'Neill, Shane O'Sullivan, Paddy Woodgate. So Kildare have a good team, but this year, Glenn Ryan, is he the man? Do Kildare have to look elsewhere? Do Kildare have to change style of play? Do they have to change manager? Is it just a bad year for Kildare? I really don't know what to expect from Kildare this year. Wicklow could do the business. Kildare, I do think Kildare will win, but I think Kildare will win by about 2 or 3 points. I really don't think Kildare will make it easy. Look, Kildare could maybe, again, another team that want to go out and, put down a mark and say, look, listen, don't count us out either. Do not count us out either, you know what I mean? Yeah, we had a poor league campaign. Yes, things aren't going great, but they'll want to put a statement out at least, or a marker saying, look, do not count us out yet. And can they do that? It'd be interesting to see. It would be interesting to see. And unfortunately, I could not find the Wicklow starting 15 because I haven't seen it yet. I was looking for it, but it wasn't to be seen, which is a bit of a shame, in all honesty. But yeah, look, I just think that Kildare will just edge it by 2 or 3 points. Again, this could be extra time. You know what I mean? This could have extra time written all over, but I just don't think it will. I think Kildare will get it done. I think one of them where the final home stretch. I think Kildare will just have the edge in the end. So Kildare by 2 or 3 points. Next up, we're going to be talking about Louth against Wexford. Again, another game in Portlaoise. So there's 3 games in Portlaoise on the weekend. This is at 4 p.m. Straight after the Kildare and Wicklow game. And it's funny because the the winner of Wicklow Kildare plays the winner of Wexford Louth. So you'd imagine if whoever wins that Kildare Wicklow game will definitely be staying around to watch the second game, no doubt about it. I mean, look, Louth coming into this game, Wexford coming to this game after making easy work of Carlow last weekend, beating them 4-19 to Carlow's 8 points. So again, I just think, Louth this year, Jay Brennan, ex-Dublin player, just to add that in there. Louth do have a decent team. There's a few players in particular who I rate on the Louth team. But I'm going down the list, I'll point them out. So you have Noel McDonald, Donald McKenny, Darren McCampbell, Peter Lynch, Conor McKeever, Anthony Williams, Leonard Gray, Tommy Dornan, Kieran Murphy, Tom Jackson, Kieran Keane. Carter Grimes is a player I think is good. Ryan Bourne, Sam Roy as well, Kieran Downey. The bench, Craig Lynch, Chris O'Neill, Peter McStravick, Liam Jackson, Dan Corcoran, Bevan Duffy, Noel Sharkey, Wayne Campbell, Jay Hughes, Sean Murray and Paul Matthews. I was watching, I think what Mickey Hart has done there, I know he's gone now to Derry and all that, but I do think Mickey Hart has bring hope and belief and confidence back into the Louth faithful and the team as well. I think they finished, suppose, as 6th or 5th in Division 2. So, another year in Division 2. Mickey Hart has done a good job. Louth did make it to a Leinster final last year against Dublin, but, Dublin do what Dublin do best and made short work of them. And then you look at Kildare as well, who, I wouldn't be surprised if Kildare beat Louth either. They have Rory Torbett, Owen Porter, Gavin Sheehan, Darrell Lyons, Kevin O'Grady, Dylan Forlong, Glenn Malone, Liam Coleman, Noel Hughes, Porrick Hughes, Owen Nolan, Mark Rossiter, Graham Cullen, Sean Nolan, and Connor Kinsley. Then you have the bench, William Foley, Graham Staples, Liam O'Connor, Connor Carty, Shane Doyle, Cathal Walsh, Jonathan Beelan, Richie Waters, Tom Bourne, Shane Pettit, and Ben Brosnan. So look, I just think, I am backing Louth to win this game, but I tell you what, I don't think Louth will run away with it. I don't think Louth will run away with it. Louth would definitely love to make it to a Leinster final. Jerry Brennan will definitely be trying to do his best and his management team to help Louth get over the line. And I do think Louth will get over the line. I do think Louth will just about get over the line. I think this has extra time written all over it, though. I really, really do. I don't know whether it will, but my prediction is Louth do get the job done. I'd say Louth win by about maybe 3 or 4 or 5 points. I'm going to say 3 or 4. I'm going to say 3 or 4. I think every game I predicted has been equally close. But yeah, I just think, the players Louth have full forward, half forward, the backs, midfield, blah, blah, blah. I do think they'll have enough. And I just think Wexford will come up short. But look, Wexford are more than capable of beating Louth, but I just think Louth are a bit too strong for their opponents. Next up is the last Champions League game? Wrong game. The last Leinster quarter final at Croker Park, Dublin against Meath at 4 p.m. Same time as Louth Wexford. Look, Dublin come into this game favourites to win, if not the whole championship. It's definitely Leinster. Again, Dublin. This game's at 4:30. 4:30. Do forgive me. It is at 4:30, not 4 p.m. So it's 30 minutes after Louth, and it's 30 minutes after the other game in Portlaoise. So forgive me. But yeah, we'll change that. There we go. Lovely stuff. Look, Dublin. I think people know what my prediction is going to be, but I want to just say that Dublin will want to, again, they put out a statement against Kerry in the champion in the league, but they'll want to do it again. They want to, you want to, obviously Brian Fenton, I think will be out for this game. Dublin did appeal for the red card he got against Derry, but it wasn't. There was no decisions changed. The red card still sticks. So he will be unavailable to face Meath on Sunday at Croker Park in the Leinster quarter final at 4:30. But yeah, I do think Meath, Dublin, there's a bit of a rivalry there. I just don't think there's a bit of not I wouldn't say drama, but a bit of noise that why is it not being played in a neutral stage in Park Tolchin. I think is standard. Something's getting redevelopment work done to it, so that's the reason why it's not being played in Park Tolchin. Could have they have maybe played it up in Longford? Could that have been something they could have done? Could they have played maybe another game in Portlaoise? Could they have had maybe 2 games in Portlaoise on Saturday and 2 games on Sunday? You know what I mean? Could that have been done? I mean, you look at maybe could I have played it in Kildare's pitch? Could that have been something? Maybe that would have been neutral. They could have played it in Kildare's home soil. Maybe Longford, but look, Meath supposedly had the last decision where they want to be played. So look, Meath, I may be sitting there thinking, what's everyone moaning for? We want to play in Croker Park, we want to get that experience. Meath have a young team too. I do think Meath will definitely be loving the day out in Croker Park. But here is the Meath starting 15. That's very small, but I will read out the starting 15. I can't see the subs, apologies. So it's Sean Brennan, Donald Keegan, Adam O'Neill, Harry O'Higgins, Kieran Caulfield, Ross Ryan, Sean Coffrey, Ronan Jones, who's a good midfielder and he's the captain, Dahi McGowan, Shane Walsh, Owen Frame, Carl Hickey, who's good, Jordan Morris, who's good, Matthew Costello, who's good, James Collin, who's good. So I mean, have a decent team. One thing Meath will be concerned about coming into this game is the defence, because they conceded three goals and 12 against Longford. Meath did score 3 goals 19, so it was a 7-point win for them against Longford in Longford. I think it was in Glennon Brothers Pearse Park. It was, yeah. So Meath will be concerned about that, because I've seen a few tweets, comments from Meath fans saying, if Longford scored 3 goals against us, what's Dublin going to do to us? All that sort of stuff. And I don't think Meath will be as open. I think Meath will try and be as tight as they can. They'll try and be compact. They'll try and keep in the game. They'll try and keep into the game, because Dublin, they have the quality Dublin have. Like I said, they're the favourites. It's at Croker Park, so Meath, definitely a tighter pitch could have done Meath the world of good. I know for a fact that it's been happening. I've been at a few all the Dublin games in Croker Park this year. It's similar away, but the performance, the attendances in Croker Park have been abysmal. I think the best attendance that I've seen in Croker Park this year was when Dublin played Kerry. That was probably the most there was in Croker Park. Dublin Monaghan, not many. Dublin Roscommon, not many. Dublin Kerry, not many. Dublin Tyrone, there was barely anyone there. Dublin Derry, even in the league final, was very poor attendance as well. So ticket prices, should that be soared? Could have been played different somewhere else. You people just not have the do they not bother anymore? Because Dublin, basically dominate Leinster. It will be interesting, and I'm not just saying that as a Dublin, not being cocky, but is that why people don't turn up to the game? Do people not bother if they change the structure or the prices of things or whatever, or venues? Could you get more people into Croker Park? It's definitely something that has to be looked at. But here is the Dublin 15. So it's Evan Comfort in goal, a full-back line of Sean McMahon, Keane Murphy and Owen Motion. Then a half-back is Brian Howard, John Small and Sean Bubler. The midfield of Tom Hiff and Kieran Kilkenny. Half forward line of Ross McGarry, Killian McGuinness, and Noel Scully, and then a full forward line of Paddy Small, Conor Callahan, and Colin Pascal. That is the Dublin 15. Kieran Kilkenny in the midfield, which is going to be interesting, because I thought maybe, he would have played Peter Copic-Bone there, or maybe Brian Howard, and then, Slocky and Murphy forwards, or maybe play James McCarthy, but there is the Dublin bench, and look, it's only getting stronger, really. It's only getting stronger. I thought Paddy Small would have been suspended for this game, because he got sent off in the last game. So I don't know what the hell the story is there. It's a bit weird that he's available on Fenton isn't. Again, say no. So Stephen Cluxon back on the bench. I mean, look, when you see that, you get excited, because from a Dublin perspective, I get excited. Seeing Stephen Cluxon, even Mick Fitzsimons, two experienced top class players, 9 All-Ireland said their name, looking to get another one, maybe before they hang up the boots or the gloves in Stephen Cluxon's sense. Looking to get 10 All-Irelands in a row, and not in a row, but 10 All-Irelands to their name, and I do think they will this year. But will Cluxon start to be interesting to see. If ever Comfort does start, I actually beg that he improves on the kickouts and quicker and all, and we press up on Meath's kickouts, because we didn't do it against Derry. Derry did on our kickouts, and they got the job done. I know it was on penalty, but they still got the job done. But the Dublin substitutions is Stephen Cluxon, Michael Fitzsimons, Darren Newcomb, Theo Clancy, Peter Covic-Bone, James McCarthy, Cormac Costello, Lachlan O'Dell, Paul Mannion, Keane O'Connor, and Killian O'Gara. And look, you get the players Dublin have on the bench, even Clucko, Mick Fitz, James McCarthy, Costello, O'Dell, Mannion, O'Gara, even Newcomb and Clancy aren't too shabby. Obviously there's no Jack McCaffrey or Lee Gannon there, which, I mean, look, you may not see Jack McCaffrey at all until the group stages. In the championship, you may not see Lee Gannon until then either, but you never know. But look, we all know with Dublin as well, that team that's there, that may switch. You may see Killian O'Guinness has been good for Dublin this year. So is Ross McGarry. I've been impressed with McMahon. I've been impressed with Murphy. I've been impressed with Clancy. O'Dell, who's good. O'Gara, who's decent. I do like what Desi Farrell has done with Dublin this year. I do like what Desi Farrell has done with Dublin this year. And look, I'm putting my Dublin hat on here. I'm confident as a Dublin fan, and I do think it's only right give me toss as a Dublin fan, because people are probably wondering, but I am confident with Dublin this year. I love what I'm seeing. I think it's the best we've been since Jim Gavin, and that's saying that when we won an All-Ireland last year. So just goes to show there always is another level with Dublin. The bar is set high. If Dublin win that game on Sunday by 5 or 6 points, people are going to be saying, really? But look, Meath have a good team, but I do think Dublin will win by about 12, 13 points. Dublin, after that loss against Derry, they'll want to go out and kill someone. And unfortunately for me, they're the team that are coming up against them. But yeah, Desi Farrell's done a good job this year in the league, especially, with the players he's brought in, the confidence he's had, all that sort of stuff. I do really like it. And look, I do back Dublin to win this Sunday, which means another semi-final for them. And it could be interesting to see now where Dublin can. It'll be interesting to see what Dublin does turn up, but I do think it'll be a good Dublin team, no doubt about it. But look, this has been the championship preview for week 2 of the Leinster and Ulster games. Please do let us know your predictions in the comment section below. Much appreciated. Do like the video, comment and subscribe, and please do share it around and follow all our socials as well. Links in the description, Instagram and Twitter or X. This has been the GA Championship preview week 2 on Gaelic.